Hey guys, you're watching E179. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Theme Park. Recently, we've been sort of thinking about doing board games inside of Minecraft here, inside of our world. We've done the Connect 4. That was great fun. Absolutely great fun to build and play. I absolutely love it. So I was thinking about some other ones the other day, and I thought, aha! Battleships. I used to love playing Battleships. I haven't played it for so long. It's sort of one of those things that, you know, when you like something and then you just forget about it, and then when you find out about it or remember it again, you want to start playing it again. I do it with some games as well, like especially old games on the computer and stuff like that. I'm like, I haven't played that in like years. Well, it's the same with Battleships, and I thought that's something that we can do inside Minecraft here. Quite simply, it's quite a simple one. There's just one sort of major change that we need to do, well, that I'm going to do to make it easier to play in Minecraft. But yeah, it should be pretty easy. So, I assume all of you have played Battleships before. If you haven't, then don't worry about it. We shall teach it to you together. Now, what I want to do, what I really want to do eventually with this, is extend this water out behind this prison to make it an even larger pool of water. So maybe it sort of splits off here and goes around like that, or something like that. Maybe not even that big. And then what I want is the battleship game in the water here on the like the deck of an aircraft carrier or something like that. Not a big aircraft carrier though, like not a full-size aircraft carrier. I mean, those things are huge. If you've ever seen an aircraft carrier, basically they are a giant runway that you have in the middle of the ocean that players can take off from and land from. And even though they have like things to help them speed up quicker and stop quicker, they're still huge. So we'll build sort of a miniature one to have this on here. So let's say we roughly want maybe the deck of the boat to be on that level. We'll do the boat later on, but I just want to get the board finished or done today, sort of thing. I think that looks pretty good. That looks like a good height for it. Now, it's quite simple. What we need to do is we need to make a 10 by 10 cube. No, not cube, square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, correct. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, beautiful. Now, I'm doing it in blue because that's what my old battleship used to be. Like, my one used to be, this blue plastic. I still remember it now. It's one of those weird things that you remember. So, that's the first thing. That's sort of the center board. Now, the whole point of this game is that one player is on one side of this board, and the other player is on the other side, and they don't know where you've placed your ships. I'll talk about that later on. We'll just get the board down first. So what we need to do is also have some what would you call it, like coordinates. So I just want to use a different block for this, maybe just a lighter one. This will have signs on it eventually, so we'll have it up there and along here. Now what we'll do is we'll have signs on here, and we'll have here will be, oops, not on that one. A, like that. This one will be B, so on and so forth downward. And along the top here, this is 1, and this is 2, so on and so forth. So what you do with this is it makes it easy for the other player to know what square you're talking about. So if I said to the player on the other side, do you have a ship at B2? Well, B2 is right there. And if he says yes, then it's a hit. And if he says no, it's a miss. And we'll sort that out later on as well. Now, what we're also going to have to do is have another one down here. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If this matches up, we're good. I'm so glad. It's so annoying when something like that goes terribly wrong and it's like 9 blocks wide. You're like, what? What have I done wrong here? I couldn't have done anything wrong. Could I? You know. Alright, so we'll put these along here. And this is basically the shape of the battleship board. We want another one on this side, obviously, for the other player. Oops, I keep putting on the wrong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to fill this in. I shall put the signs on either side, and I shall be back. Okay, so I'm just making a minor change to this. Now, what we're going to have to do is have, obviously, the same coordinates on the bottom as well. I was thinking about not having, like, A1 and J7 and stuff on the bottom. However, through, thinking about it, it's going to be really, really hard to pinpoint on the bottom. Like, if someone says A3 and you need to pinpoint on the bottom, or you need to check where your ship is on the bottom, depending on what way round we do it, without having any signs or anything, it's going to be really hard to tell. So I thought, how are we going to put signs on the bottom here? Obviously, if I put them on the side here, they're going to stand up, and that is really quite annoying to for the aesthetical look. I don't think that really looks that good. So I decided to put a ring around the side, which allows us to put A, B, C, etc. down the side. But originally, like on this side, we have the blue going straight to this board. However, if I had a ship here and someone said J5, I won't be able to place my hit or miss marker. So what we're going to have to do is just extend the bottom board this way by 1, and that way I can still get my hit and miss marker on the back there. It works out a lot better. So we can have A here down to J. You guys know what that is. I'll do this in a second off camera. So A down to J, and then 1 through to 10. And I'll do that on either side. I just want to keep you up to date. Make sure you know little changes that I'm doing along the way, okay? Okay, so we've got the board done. That's pretty much it for the board design. You don't need anything more. There was one advantage, though, for us doing this this border around the outside. If we didn't have it, we wouldn't be able to have J and 1 on the same block, because obviously the block would be like there and there, and you couldn't have 2 signs next to each other. So that's worked out really, really nicely. Now, I'm thinking as a slight board change, if you wanted to, you could have this as a checkered pattern. It would make it easier to be able to see exactly what block you're talking about. I don't know what I prefer. Oh, hiccups. I don't know what I prefer. Already you can more easily tell the difference. You can count them easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Instead of like trying to just barely see the hitbox, you know, on the side. It can be very difficult sometimes. So I think this is probably a good idea to make it easier to play. Just design-wise, maybe it's just the colour. I don't know. Maybe I could find a better blue or something like that to make it look nicer. I don't know. That's all up to you if you want to do that or not. But obviously, you want to do the same over here as well. That one. Oops. That one. Etc. But I'll do that in a minute. So yeah, you can fill it in like that. It makes it a lot easier to tell the difference between each block. So if you don't know, how exactly do you play Battleships? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some iron blocks. These are going to be our ships. And what I'll do is I'll have a board somewhere of how many ships and what size ships you need to place down at the beginning. So they are... Oops, what am I doing? They are 1 2-length ship. 2 3-length ships. I think one's a submarine and one is known as a cruiser. I think something like that. I don't know the exact names of them. 1 4-length ship and 1 5-length ship. Okay, so you have 5 ships each, and what we have to do is at the beginning of the game, you place down your ships on your board on the bottom here. Okay, so for example, if I wanted my 2-length ship to be here, I can. Okay, now you can have them facing horizontally. Well, what would you like if I say north to south, or you can have them facing east to west. You cannot have your ships diagonal. Okay, you can only have them sort of down the axis, if you know what I mean. So let's say I want my 2-1 will be right here. One of my 3 lengths will be there. My other one will be right here. I want my 4-length ship right there, and my 5-length ship right there. Okay, and that would be my board. That's how I would start the game, and the person on the other side would place their ones down. So let's say he had his 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, oops, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, something like that. A little tip, guys, if you do play Battleships in real life, don't clump them all in one corner. You fail. You lose very, very quickly. Okay, so how exactly are we going to play this then? Well, player 1 gets to choose first. The bottom board is where your ships are. This top board is where you're going to start placing down where you think the opponent's ships are. So let's use normal torches and redstone torches for hits and misses. I didn't want that. For hits and misses. So if I go first, I'm going to say C4. Okay, so C4 is right there. On his side, C4, he would say, right, C4 is a miss. There's nothing there, look. Okay, no ship there. So C4 is a miss. Then it would be our other guy's turn, and he would say, okay, I think E2. So E2, we've got E2. It's a hit. Okay, so on this side, we put a little red torch on it because we know that this one has now been hit. And on this side, he goes E2 right there. That's a hit. Now, this person, because he just got a hit, he gets to go again. He gets another turn. Now, I know if I do D2, it'll be another hit. Because, obviously, I placed the board down here. So I'm going to say D2, and he goes hit. Bang. So we go, woohoo. We get another turn. Now, let's say that we got it wrong, and we thought the ship was going down instead of going up. And I said F2. Obviously, we know that's a miss. So we put a normal torch there. And now we know that this ship is going up. So we would say then C2. How long is the ship? It's a 5 long one. C2. B2. And then our last one, because we'd be like, oh, it's definitely the 5 ship one now. So we would say, A2. Bang. He would say hit and sunk. And that was the funnest bit of Battleships. Here you go. Hit and sunk. Pow. So we've taken out one of the ships. And we get one more go. So we'll just say a random one. I don't know. D3. Because I know it's a miss. D3 is a miss. And then it goes to the other player's turn again. That is Battleships. It is as simple as that. A really fun little game, though. And obviously, eventually, you would have torches all over this board, all sorts of different misses and hits, and you'd start to see where the ships were, like so. And the first person to sink their opponent's ships wins. The little 2 ones, they were ever so hard to find, man. Sometimes they were impossible. But yeah, that's Battleships. I think that's pretty cool. I think I really like that. We could think about some sort of resets if we wanted to. I would have to move those signs up by 1. Yeah, I would have to move those signs up by 1, and then what we could do is have dispensers facing down with water in them that would dispense water out go into a hole along this line here and just wash the torches away. We could do that, but I think it's too simple for us to worry about it at the moment. But yeah, that's definitely possible. Maybe we can do that next episode when we start building the Harrier, if we do start building it next episode. I like jumping around different areas at the moment, different games. Okay, so let's reset this back and think about how exactly we want to tell people what ships they need. Whoops. Uh-oh. Yeah, maybe a reset would be good, because I'm pretty sure people are going to do that a lot. Yeah, I might put a reset in. I just want to be able to hide the redstone, or not hide the redstone, but at least have not redstone everywhere. I don't really want to put a giant dome around it like we did with the Connect 4. It looks good with the Connect 4. I don't want to do it with this one, though. So we probably want... I should probably just have it, like, out this way a little bit, so both players can see it and have it fairly centered. Like, we'll have it up a little bit. Where's me light blue? Like this. And like this. And then we'll have the board on top of it like this. I don't know how. We want it 7 blocks high. 3, 4. Whoops. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm doing 7 blocks wide because we want to do a 5-block tall ship, and it'll just look nice then. So we've got the middle point right here, and we've got 5 ships. So if we put a 3 high one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I know what I'm doing. I'm just working it out in my head. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have done this lower down. Bunk, 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 bunk. Whoops. Like that. Have a nice light blue around the side. Just neatens it up. I like these 2 colours that we've used, or 3 colours with the cyan. I'm not a huge fan of the cyan. I like these 2 blues. I might change it out, the cyan out for a wool or something like that. I don't know. It's starting to grow on me now. Okay, so that's our ship lengths. 1, 2 length, 2, 3 length, 1, 4, and 1, 5. I think that's sort of nice and self-explanatory there. I might put a sign on saying ship lengths or something like that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let me just work very quickly, because we're getting low on time here. Let me work very quickly on a little reset, simple reset, and I shall be back. Okay, yeah, that was easy. We've got a line of redstone along the middle there, as you saw, with dispensers facing down on either side. Like so. I just need to put the signs back on there, 1 to 10, but 1 to 10s are the easy ones. It's the A to J's that were the difficult ones for the keyboard, and then the reset line's just here. So you hit the button, and as you can see, it works absolutely flawlessly. Oh, we shall do it right there. There we go. Boop. So then it drops it down, just goes straight into the little gap that we've made there. It just wipes off all the redstone torches and all the normal torches, you see. Clears the board. It's quicker than doing it by hand, just coming up and hitting the button. I don't need to put the button anywhere down here to make it easier for people to hit, because it's just a time-saving button, isn't it? It's not part of the game as such. It just makes it easier for people that want to play the game again nice and quickly. Perfect. Beautiful. I like it. I think that's pretty good for a sort of first attempt at Battleships. The cyan wool really has grown on me now, actually, after, having it for the whole episode and seeing it there. I actually like it now. I actually prefer it to how it was before. So that's wonderful. I think that's all that we really need for Battleships. I mean, we could have some fireworks in there for when you hit people. And something like that. Yeah, I mean, fireworks for maybe when you win. Everybody always wants me to use more fireworks in my game, so I'm going to try to, okay? Anyway, we're going to leave it there for this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode.